You're not a fascist.
No, I'm not. I'd like to go on record as saying I'm not a fascist.
No hate speech.
No hate speech, none. I'm not a Nazi. I'm Jewish, just like last time. Still Jewish.
Still Jewish?
Still Jewish, still not a Nazi.
Good evening, I'm Adrian Gobrio. Last time we spoke with comedian Danny Polishchuk, his gig, the Free Speech Comedy Show, was canceled after the venue had their locks broken. He admits the name of the show in this current climate may stir up some controversy, but vows it has no alt-right, white supremacist undertones or ties. Though with the show's makeup date set for tomorrow night, protesters are planning to mobilize.
Like, I'm a comedian. I'm not like some right-wing lunatic. And anyways, they don't take jokes very well. They do not do jokes. Those people do not find anything funny.
Polishchuk is both funny and disarming, though tonight he's firing back at those planning to storm his show.
Since they're anti-fascist, that makes me a fascist in their bizarre world of thinking, and so they're going to protest the show. Because they're protesting the show, U of T has now said that there needs to be increased security, and I have to cover the cost of the security.
The gig is for charity, with proceeds ironically going to the Canadian Civil Liberties Association, which trumpets equality for all. Though U of T's additional security costs of around $1,100 means Polishchuk might not have a penny to flip to the charity of his choice.
Just as an analogy, like, imagine someone who was like a Holocaust survivor wanted to give a speech about their experience, and then a bunch of Nazis come and they're like, we're going to protest your show. The school goes to the survivor being like, you know what, we have to increase the cost. They're like, we can't afford it. Event gets shut down, right? So it's just a dangerous precedent to set.
U of T issued this statement to CityNews tonight saying, when events are held at U of T, our goal is always to have a successful and safe event. Security needs are assessed based on the nature of any given event, as is standard for any event. Sometimes this assessment changes as things evolve. We asked Polishchuk if he had this coming to him, since he chose to once again call the show a free speech comedy show.
I just figured, like, yeah, I'll keep the name because that was the name of the show. And then, like, obviously they're not going to protest it this time. Like, now knowing what they now know, that this wasn't at all what they thought it was, they couldn't possibly protest a charity comedy show. Wrong.
Why are they taking such a serious matter and making light of that?
We spoke on the phone tonight with one of those planning to protest. She believes even though there's no hate speech at the show, they're making light of the term free speech, which is being used by white supremacists across the globe to trumpet hate.
They're endorsing people who are rallying people around imagined threats against our society. At this point, our plan is we just would like to demonstrate that we are not complacent in this.
The tension surrounding the initial event in September came when Polishchuk changed around the words in a flyer protesting a free speech rally and used it to promote his show. Polishchuk says even with the additional costs and controversy, the show will go on.
The people who want to stop this, they're like, you know, hate speech is not free speech, and there's no hate speech, it's just a comedy show. I can't stress that enough.
The protesters we spoke with tonight say they plan on protesting peacefully with hopes of sharing some constructive dialogue. As for the show, it hits the stage at the Isabel Bader Theater at 9 p.m. tomorrow night.